Hey guys, Richard here with Alien Bros. How are you doing? So, I have a couple of amazing new UFO sightings to share with you guys today, and after we examine these, I have a finding from my friend Rico in Denmark that he sent over to me that honestly made my jaw drop upon seeing it. I mean, seriously, this thing is just, it's gotta be one of the most astounding pieces of evidence of alien activity in our solar system that I have not only ever featured on the channel, but possibly have ever seen in my life. But we'll get into more on that in a bit. First, let's get into these UFO sightings, and I'll save the best for last and show Rico's new finding at the end. Alright, so these sightings were all originally posted by our friend UFO Man, and he brought these to my attention after he had posted them on his channel. The first one was originally posted by the Hidden Underbelly 2.0, and both of them run amazing channels and do awesome work, so if you haven't checked them out and subscribed yet, then you should definitely go ahead and do that. I have the link to UFO Man's channel in the original video, along with the link for the Hidden Underbelly 2.0 channel down in the description. Now, before I get really into this first sighting, I have to say the quality of a lot of recent UFO sightings is getting a lot better. It may be because of the fact that UFO sightings have been at an all-time high lately, and the sheer amount of them is making it so that people with better phones and recording equipment are managing to capture these things now, but seriously, I am really happy to see this jump in both footage quality and quantity. I think that after the release of the Pentagon UFO footage, a lot more people are probably actually looking up at the skies and watching for activity, so that may have a lot to do with it. With this increase, though, of course, brings a lot more garbage UFO sightings that we have to sort through to find these high-quality, unexplainable ones, but it is becoming a lot easier to find good high-quality footage despite that. I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing in terms of the agenda of these ETs, along with our own government's agenda, but I will say it is definitely exciting to say the least. The whole reason that I made this channel was not only to combat the ridiculous amount of hoaxers on YouTube, but also to build an army of informed followers that know this stuff is real just like I do and will want to help us in our goal of forcing out disclosure from the government through the use of numbers. I always say that real powers people, and we're growing quickly, and I'm confident that we will pull this off. Anyway, guys, go ahead and watch this footage, and we will examine it together afterwards, alright? Enjoy.
Oh my god. Is that a UFO? What the f is that? Zoom out. Dude, this second I'd have seen this. Stupid dude in the truck's watching me. Oh, it's not as bright anymore. What the f?
So this footage was originally caught over Phoenix, Arizona, and I've never seen anything like this before. The witness that reported this originally reported to MUFON, which I explained in my last video why reporting these sightings to MUFON is a bad idea. So if you haven't seen that yet, then I suggest you go back and watch it and find out for yourself why you shouldn't be reporting your sightings to them. The witness wrote in his statement that on November 26th of 2017 at 1:36 a.m. in Phoenix, Arizona, right off of the I-17 and Carefree Highway, I was on 33rd Avenue between Gavin Parkway and Cloud Road. I was on my skateboard heading south on 33rd Avenue because I couldn't sleep, so I decided to go ride my skateboard around the neighborhood. As I was skating down 33rd Avenue just past the elementary school, I happened to look over my shoulder to see if any cars were coming. I noticed a really bright yellowish-orange light that seemed to be getting bigger and brighter. This was the second time that I had seen the same object. The first time I noticed it, I didn't have my phone with me, and it was about a week or maybe just a few days prior to this sighting. I noticed it the first time because of how bright the light was and how it was glowing from yellow to orange and didn't have any blinking lights like a plane or helicopter, just like this night. So as I started recording, I'm still on my skateboard, so I'm slowly moving towards the north, hence the shaky video. As I'm trying to focus my camera and zoom in, I notice that as I'm zooming in, it appears to be rotating around two center white lights, but for some reason on the video you can't see the rotation. As I'm recording, I noticed that it was way bigger and brighter than a plane or helicopter, and there was no blinking lights, and if you're able to slow it down and zoom in on it some more, which is why I attached the original recording to an edited slowed down copy, it appears to have something or someone moving in between the two bright white lights inside the craft, in the center of the yellow-orange glow. The being even appears to look over its shoulder as if it sees or hears something in my direction. Looks as if it's moving its arms from one side to the other, or possibly moving controls, but moving fast and rushed, almost as if he's in a frantic hurry. Not sure why I think that, but that was the feeling I got after I watched the video at home. At around the 18 to 20 second mark, it starts to glow brighter and brighter from a bright yellowish orange to a bright orange glow, and then turns into a ball of bright blue light, and then a ball of white light encompasses the whole thing. But right before it turns to this white light and darts off in the northwest direction, you could see something being lifted or beamed up towards the light. It looks like something that appears to be moving in a fish-like movement, swimming straight up to the light, but right before it reaches the craft, the light goes from blue to bright white in a flash and darts off to the west, and then the object fell back down to Earth. And then within a few seconds after the light disappears, you can see a plane coming directly over and through the path where the craft was before it disappeared. Probably why it took off so fast and why they didn't stick around for the object to get to them. I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do with this recording. I feel there may be more information that I may be missing because I'm not able to edit it properly. There could have possibly been more than one being flying it, not sure, but I'm hoping maybe you guys can find out and let me know. Also, I'm curious to know what that object was that fell back to Earth after it took off and disappeared. Yeah, so definitely some strange stuff here, guys. I honestly haven't got a clue what the thing is that this guy saw. If it's a drone, then it's the weirdest looking drone I think I've ever seen. Not to mention, before it started glowing with that bright light, there was no sign of any rotary wings or really any form of visible propulsion system at all. I just wish he would have kept a better focus on the craft after it lit up, because I can understand him probably not wanting to be that close to it after it lit up like that, but it appears to be pretty high up in the sky, so I imagine whatever this thing is that he filmed, it has to be rather large, especially since he was able to get such a clear shot in the beginning from that distance despite the poor lighting. It definitely looks authentic to me, but I really have no idea what this could be. It kind of looks like a typical flying saucer shaped craft, but admittedly, it does look very strange detail wise. I don't know, let me know what you guys think this thing could be down in the comments, because I'm really at a loss for words on it. I'm thinking it could be extraterrestrial or military, but I'm not sure. This is an example, though, of some of the great footage that we've been seeing lately, and I have a feeling that this stream of awesome footage won't be stopping anytime soon. Remember, guys, if you have some footage or evidence like this, then send it over to us, and we can work on figuring out what's going on with these strange crafts being filmed in the sky. And let us know your thoughts and opinions on what you think this thing could be that he filmed down in the comments. Now, this next sighting from our friend UFO Man was honestly very awesome to have found, because I receive a lot of emails from you guys, mostly showing pictures of what appear to be cloaked objects in the sky. The problem is that they're usually very hard to see, and often require some editing to bring out and make the objects clear enough to be seen easily. and I don't like sharing edited photos for reasons that I'm sure you guys are already well aware of, so I tend to avoid it, unless of course I feel that the original is good enough that people can tell the object is legitimate, and that the only thing that has been done to the photos is a contrast or saturation boost to make it stand out more. Very rarely will I ever even do that though. Now, in the case of this next sighting, it was amazing for a couple of reasons, the biggest one being that you can clearly see the object in question despite the cloaking, and it actually stands out without ever having to touch the original file. Our friend Joey Franco over at UFO Hunter films these cloaked crafts all the time, and the best way to get them on camera that we have found is to film them in FLIR thermal or infrared. They will actually show up on those sorts of cameras. Well, unless of course you manage to film one like in the video that I'm about to show you. If so, then go ahead and film it like that. Now, go ahead and check out this footage and we'll talk about it more afterwards.
だね、ロケットだね。怪しいね。
何ちょっと怖いよ。
なんだろう。なんだろう。
怖いよ。
ちょっと変なもんだね。なんだろ
怖いよ。
う。UFO みたいなもんだけど、ロケットみたいなもん。なんか消えてきたけど。うわー、すごいね。すごいね。消えてしまった。終わったね。
Alright, so this footage was captured over Mount Fuji, Japan back in 2010, and it is seriously awesome. There's nothing that I know of that is capable of cloaking itself in the way that the object in this video is doing. You can clearly see the outline of what appears to be either a disc or possibly a spear-shaped object. I am honestly not too sure, but whatever it is, it's definitely nothing that's conventional or man-made. I don't think I have ever actually seen a cloaked UFO show up this clearly on camera before, to be honest. It is definitely some good evidence, and it backs up a lot of the claims that a lot of people have been making lately to me in their emails and to other UFO researchers about cloaked crafts appearing in the sky for a brief second. Weird cloud formations people see that just don't look natural, and also these strange mechanical booming noises people have been hearing. It is all very strange, especially since a lot of people are feeling as though something is there watching them, and the evidence is starting to prove it to be true. If you guys manage to get some footage like this or capture it on infrared or thermal, then definitely send it over to us and we will work on figuring it out and potentially feature it on the channel. Alright guys, so I have one last video from UFO Man that I want to share you guys, and then we can get into Rico's new finding. And it is a video compilation of some incredible UFO sightings that have been filmed over Cotulla, Texas since 2013. If you remember, we recently featured a UFO sighting from Laredo, Texas that took place last November, and it really seems that Texas is one of those states that have been experiencing these extreme spikes in UFO activity. I'm going to go ahead and play this video for you guys, and I would like if any of you guys who are from Texas that have seen and recorded these strange phenomenon, then please drop a comment or send over your footage to us in an email. I would like to see us unravel some clues as to what is up with all these sightings. Anyway guys, enjoy the video and we can talk about it afterwards, and then after that I'll show you guys Rico's findings, and I promise you it will leave you as awestruck as when I first saw it. Anyway guys, here's the video. Well, what do you guys think, huh? I hope you guys found these sightings as interesting as I did. We've been seeing a lot of this type of footage recently coming from Texas, Florida, and quite a few other states as well. If you guys see anything like this, then remember to send us an email and we can try and solve this mystery, because we all know that reporting that in MUFON is a waste of time, and I think together we can figure this thing out. And as far as these sightings go, though, I want to remind you that 90% of recorded UFO sightings can be explained away. It is the remaining 10% that prove to be unexplainable that we're looking for. So, if you guys can come up with a possible explanation for your sighting, then trust your instinct and just forget about it. Remember, though, this phenomenon is very real, and even 10% is a huge number of people considering the amount of UFO sightings that are being seen in the past few years. Alright everyone, now moving on to the main event of this video, and that is the findings sent over to me from my buddy Rico out in Denmark. What you are looking at right now is a photograph of the moon from the Apollo 10 mission, and it appears to show an enormous cylindrical shaped object that quite obviously just does not belong. This cigar shaped object looks like it could be possibly some form of alien ship. The reason that we know this thing was definitely not space debris or something that we left on the moon is because we were able to identify this area as Sinus Medi, and the largest crater in the picture we were able to identify as Bruce Crater. This allowed us to get an idea of the size of the object based off of the size of the crater. Bruce Crater is approximately 6.7 kilometers or about 4.2 miles wide. When compared to this crater, the object is at least half of the size of the crater, or about 2 miles long, and that is before you factor in the distance of this object from the crater. This is a NASA photograph that you're looking at, ladies and gentlemen. The link to the original NASA photograph on their website will be down in the video description, and this photo was actually edited by NASA, and a lot of the surrounding landscape was cut out, so I'm actually surprised that NASA and their censorship department didn't think to edit this out. I guess that they may not have noticed this was in the picture and it just slipped by them. Either way, whatever this object is, it is definitely huge. Not man-made, and it certainly is out of place there on the moon. I feel this has got to be some form of alien ship. I know that NASA doesn't have any spaceships or anything for that matter that are 2 miles long, let alone if this thing is actually far larger. But judging the distance, it could be close to the same size as Bruce Crater, but we can't really know for sure. But what I am certain of is that this is an amazing find, and I cannot give Rico enough props for finding it. It's just amazing. You know, I have believed for a very long time now, along with a lot of other people, that we were not alone when we visited the moon. There is evidence to back that theory up, and to be honest, this might just be the bombshell evidence necessary to prove that theory is true once and for all. The way that I see it, there is a possibility that this could also be an abandoned alien ship instead of an active one, but I won't say that for sure, and I'm really not leaning to it. I do have my reasons, though, for leaning towards being active. I mean, it certainly doesn't look like anything normal, and I don't think there's any way that I can actually convince myself that this is anything normal. I mean, to me, the only thing it looks like is an alien ship. I mean, it certainly doesn't look like a building or anything like that, or any sort of statue or something, or, you know, anything like that at all that I can think of. I mean, I'm definitely thinking this thing has to be an alien ship, but that's just my opinion, guys. You guys should, of course, you know, form your own thoughts and opinions on it, leave them down in the comments, and, you know, definitely express what you think it is. Don't just take my word for it, you know, investigate into it if you need to. You know, stare at the picture as long as you want to. Find out for yourselves what you think. And remember that there is no space debris that we left up there that looks anything like this, or that can come anywhere close to the immense size of this object. Whatever it is truly incredible, and I don't believe it has appeared in any pictures other than these yet, so it makes me feel like that if this is an alien ship, then it would have to be one that's in current use by ETs, and not one that was left there and abandoned a long time ago. The shape of this object also reminds me quite a bit of the alien object Oumuamua that was discovered last October to be flying through our solar system at breakneck speeds. A lot of scientists started speculating that it could have been an alien ship, and I honestly think so as well. The shape of this object just reminds me quite a lot of it, and it makes me wonder if maybe this craft could be similar to it, or in some way related to Oumuamua. Be sure to let me know what you guys think this thing could be down in the comments. In my opinion, it is solid evidence that we weren't alone on the moon, and there is definitely someone else out there. This sort of object just doesn't form naturally, and I highly doubt that NASA is keeping any sort of spaceship or thruster that is a minimum of 2 miles long. Let's get this thing out there so more people can see the NASA cover-up for themselves, and hopefully maybe we can get some answers out of NASA. That may never happen, but we can definitely try. You guys know how they are, though, over a never straight answer, but let's see if we can do it anyway. Either way, let's get this thing out there, because even if we can't get an answer from NASA, people will definitely need to see this and definitely need to see the NASA cover up for themselves. Again, NASA links are down in the video description, and please leave your thoughts and theories on what this thing could be down in the comments below. Anyway, that's all I have for you guys today, but stay tuned because there's a lot more coming and we will have it posted very soon. If you liked the video, then please don't forget to smash that like button on your way out, share it, comment, and most importantly, hit that subscribe button and tap that notification bell. It really helps us out, and it'll let you guys stay up to date by sending you a message straight to your inbox every time we upload a video, and you can stay on the up and up with all the latest alternative news. Also, if you want updates on when our videos will be coming out, then please go follow our Facebook page. The link is down in the video description. If you have some UFO footage or evidence that you would like us to feature on the channel, then please email it over to us. Our email is down in the description as well, and we will get back to you as soon as possible. Thanks for your support, guys. It means a lot to us. We love you. Without you, we wouldn't exist. And don't forget to browse the channel if you're new and get yourself up to speed. I'm Richard with Alien Bros, and I'll see you guys again next video.